right, I think we're in day 13 of being out on the water. I was painting my house yesterday and I didn't fall off the ladder, but the ladder fell out from under me. Landed on my feet, but I thought I broke the ball of my right foot. Went and got an x-ray this morning. It's not broken, thank goodness, but it sure does hurt. So I'm on a dock. I am floating, surrounded by water on 4 sides, so I'm going to count this for today. Just a little tough to get out on that boat this morning. But we have been going through Matthew 24, where Jesus talks about the end times. And last time we were talking about the tribulation, how he's preparing you for that, because there is no rapture. But there's something that he says in 21 and 22 that is, as I was preparing for the next End of Times video, I attach these two things together. Oh, just fascinating. Just stick with me. So it says in Matthew 24:21, "For then there will be great tribulation, such as has not since the beginning of the world until this time, nor ever shall be." And we talked about this tribulation as the warring of the saints, to suggest that this isn't going to happen. I mean, the warring of the saints is brought up at least 12 times in Revelation. Jeremiah talked about it, Daniel talked about it, Ezekiel talked about it, Zechariah talked about it, Jesus talks about it in 3 different Gospels. So we're gonna trust that that is a thing and that it is going to happen. But what's so fascinating is it's not that just we would experience this or that it's prophesied that this will happen. But in Revelation, when Babylon is destroyed, and the merchants of the earth are all upset because they don't have anybody to sell their junk to. They say this as they're wailing and throwing dust on their heads. They say in Revelation 18:20, "Rejoice over her, O heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets, for God has avenged you on her." Now, this is pretty critical, because ultimately what's taking place here is that the merchants of the earth have clearly seen the slaughter of the saints. It's been 3.5 years, or almost 3.5 years by the time Babylon is destroyed, that this would have been taking place, but they've been witness to that. They've seen it, they've heard about it. I'm sure they've seen people in flight. I'm sure they've seen people being punished or beheaded. There's trials, everything's on the internet, I'm sure. So they even recognize, like, it's the very last thing they say is that God has avenged the apostles and the prophets because of the destruction of Babylon. And I say that because that is what, when we read about these hard parts in the Bible, mostly in Revelation, people are afraid to study Revelation because of the scary parts. But the scary parts are the great parts, like the part where Babylon is getting destroyed. This is good news for the saints, because if we go back to what Jesus said in 21, "For then there will be great tribulation, such has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be." I mean, that's clearly going to be a terrible scenario for me and you. 22, "And unless those days were shortened, no flesh would be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days will be shortened." That's me and you, and it's essentially saying, so when we see Babylon getting destroyed, this is the place we want to be to. So hope that helps prepare. Don't think you're getting raptured out. You're not. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link's below. Most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns, and as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.